Am I live? I think I'm connecting. Am I live? I'm trying to go live again because now I'm back into OBS and I'm recording again. So now let me try to come back to Facebook and I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I see some buttons and different things popping up. And I decided, yeah, I just went live about 5 or 10 minutes ago. But the thing is, my glasses were such glaring. Oh, it's so annoying. These glasses, how they're. Well, I gotta figure out the lighting. I use a couple of different types of lights. I use a lamp and I have a ring light and da 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 da. And so the ring light is just like straight into my glasses, and I could set it up on a tripod and all that, but whatever. Anyway, the one thing I want, and I need to kind of step it up because I'm talking like, in the last one, I'm like, oh, and I think I'll just talk about. So I need to kind of wake up. Okay, I'm awake. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about is big tech. And my question is big tech a big bully? I mean, what are they doing? Putting people in Facebook jail? I mean, come on, taking people off for 2 weeks, 3 days. That's what's happened to me. I think I was off for 3 weeks once. 3 weeks or a month or something like that. And then a few days here and a week there. And I didn't even say anything. I mean, nothing that, like, if I owned Facebook, nobody would be going in Facebook jail. Not even the neo people and the white they could all say whatever they want to say. Okay? If it's not illegal, you know. Now, there's people who have been on Facebook and committed murder live. They're not taken off. But you say something about a liberal or some kind of thing about Biden or something, and boom, you're gone. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, if you can say something about one president, you should be able to say it about another. Or if you can't say it about this one, you can't say it about that one. Be consistent. At least be consistent. I mean, when I was a kid, you couldn't say anything negative about a president, even in the privacy of your own home. You did not say anything about a president. So you see how far we've unevolved? Yes, that's a word, unevolved. Yes, because people have no respect for the office of the president either way, you know. So, but whatever the case may be, my real deal is this term, community standards. We have suspended your account because you have violated community, quote unquote, community standards. What are community standards? It sounds like a little uh, sneaky way of saying impeding and infringing on people's right to free speech. Okay, that's what community standards are. Because I'm part of the community, I don't get a say in it. What is offensive? I'm a minority. I know what's offensive. You don't know what's offensive if you're not a minority. You can't really speak on it. And like I said, do these big tech companies have any cotton picking sense? No. because they never picked cotton. So, how could they decide what is offensive to a person whose ancestors picked cotton? Because I have gone. It has been my main beef. Well, I've been banned temporarily from a few different places and allowed back. One place that I am banned permanently is LinkedIn. And I really do not understand fully why. They will not engage. They will not respond to any of my emails. They will not respond to my attempts to um, communicate with them. I sent them my ID like they requested. They won't respond. All I could do is send them a message through Facebook saying, "You have my ID," which has information on it, confidential information, that I am not authorizing you to sell or to share with anyone, and please destroy it. Okay? If they're not going to engage with me, and I'm like, who am I? I am a in the scheme of things, I'm nobody. I'm an unemployed doctor. Okay? I have no clout to speak of in the world. You know, I've been bullied out of every job. I got my last time was 2019. Got bullied out of this fabulous internship that would have sent me over the top, and then the people wouldn't even pay me. So all that went came to a crash and burn. But aside of that, you know, and then there's so many employers that insist that you apply through LinkedIn. But my deal with LinkedIn after, thinking about it is that, and I'm kind of starting to sound like a broken record. All right, I know. But employers don't need to know anything about you. They don't need to know what you look like. They don't need to know what race or color you are, what gender you are. They don't need to know anything about you that's not related directly to a position that you're applying for. You see, that's all about prejudice. It's all someone put on the LinkedIn Facebook page, and I'm not going to get off of them because I'm not trying to hate and I'm not trying to bash. But someone put a deal on LinkedIn about when they changed their picture, they got better responses. That's called prejudice. That is associated with prejudice. When your picture looked better, then the employers wanted you, blondie. Okay? They don't need to see you. When jobs interview people, they should do phone interviews, and they should not see you until maybe the last interview. When you come in, and they could see if dress professionally, or if but that even doesn't matter, because if someone comes dressed to a job interview in a certain way, you could always say, "Oh, well, here we're kind of dressed down," or "Here we're more professional and we prefer people, to wear suits and dresses," or whatever. Stuff like that. But the United States is so judgmental. I talked to my sister. She said, watch what you post on your social media because these employers will go and look you up. That is a violation of privacy, employers. You do not need to get involved in anything a person does outside of the workplace. Why aren't they not teaching this and emphasizing this in HR? Why are they not teaching employers to be objective? And then, in terms of the diversity and inclusion and all this and that and the other, why aren't they teaching these employers to take people and say, we will train you? You didn't have the opportunity to go to Harvard and study computer engineering. Okay, we can't hire you as a senior, uh, computer engineer, but we can train you at the help desk. And so the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, mm-mm, it's a So, but anyway, I'm getting outside of the deal, kind of outside of the point, but my thing is getting back to that community standards. That community standards thing, that is a cop out. People, millennials, there's a word that was used a lot in the 70s when I was a kid. It was called cop out. Community standards is a cop out. It's something you just use as a, generic excuse for whatever you're going to do. So you're late. You're late. But still, I'm going to speak my mind. I am from the 70s, and then I lived in Europe for a long time, and I always was living free. And when I come back to the United States, I am not getting back into slavery. I refuse. I refuse. Because the way they treat people in the United States, it's slavery. And American people are afraid almost of their own shadow. Oh no, you can't say that. You can't talk about that. You can't put that on your social media. You can't do this. You can't do that. Why? You know? So that's kind of where I am in the situation. That's just where I am. It's hard to say, I don't know. It's just mm, what to think, what to think. But until this pandemic gets over and we could, move around freely again, we're just kind of stuck where we are. But I encourage people to, stand up for your rights and don't let big tech bully you around. I mean, yeah, they're the boss. If there's a power struggle, they win. They could ban you and block you and suspend your account and stuff like that. But still, don't back down. Don't back down. Don't change your behavior because LinkedIn told me and Quora told me that I needed to change my behavior. And they don't have any authority over my behavior. And people need to know that and stand up for themselves. That's just my take. That's my take. Don't let these people tell you. Because the next thing you know, mm-mm-mm. Anyway, I'm going on and blah, blah, blah. So, all right. Well, I'm going to end it, and maybe Brian and I will be back. We'll be back later, trifling Brian, and chat about a little bit more stuff. But until then, we will chat again. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.